This is how we've made game in 3 days. I have joined this game jam with my team, and we had to make a game with a theme of reverse in 7 weeks. But of course 7 weeks is too long to make a game, and using all this time would be inefficient. We totally didn't start late because we were lazy and actually forgot about the due date until one of our team members actually mentioned about it. No matter how rushed we were still designers and we had to follow the design process. And we used the double diamond for this time, and so we started off with the discover phase. We got a bunch of ideas. Messing up the room, like the factory, adventure game, multidimensional game. We got all those kind of ideas. We have choose to make the multidimensional game with game that start with strongest boss. We came up with a bunch of ideas. Maybe make 3D game using 2D sprites so that it's easier to transform from 3D to 2D. Maybe make it like a Mario one. But I realized that I suck at coding and I can't make those games that fast. So we came up with the idea of kind of replicating the old game of Run 3 for 3D, and for 2D make it kind of like a jetpack joyride or gravity suit game. You might think that the transition between 3D and 2D for this will be kind of weird, but the old game actually made it happen and it totally looks fine. We got all the gameplay sets, so we now need the story for the game. Our story is actually quite simple. AI, which works for us 24/7, didn't really enjoy their life, and now they are trying to break out from our computer. Our game is us playing as AI, trying to break out from our computer. Every time we win over the boss, part of a disk from the computer is deleted, and we go to the lower dimension. So the only thing we are left to do now is to actually make it, to actually program it. And you know what? I don't know how to make 3D games at all. So I went to look for some good tutorials, and I found this guy. This guy had the whole series for a 3D game. So I yoinked this code, and now player is moving perfectly fine. Next step was to just make it like Run 3. And because I don't know how to do that, I asked the main character to code for me. And he did quite a decent job, but it didn't work perfectly, so I asked someone better. And yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working. But still, the game is so boring. And how do we make it fun? Through adding rhythm, because rhythm games are cool and fun. Since I've never made a rhythm game before, I again just stole some code from YouTube. Then we asked our sound engineer to make us music, and here's what we've got. Now that I'm almost done with coding part, the only thing we needed left was 3D and 2D arts. And I asked my teammates, and they sent me quite a good stuff. With quite a bit of adjustment, here's what we have made within 3 days. I skipped all my process for making 2D game, but of course I coded it and the process was much simpler than 3D, so I decided not to include it in the video. The game is somewhat presentable now, but yet there are a lot of things that needs to be done, like game over screen, continuing the health bar over stage, some shaking and vibration, and just making the game much cooler because it's not that cool right now. Considering that we've made it in 3 days, I'm quite proud of my work. But I feel like the most of the process was copying through YouTube or ChatGPT. So if I get more time later on, I think I will try to make more games without relying too much on them. Later in this year, we'll be showcasing this into public through Armageddon, so I will further work on this game. For more updates, maybe I'll post them in YouTube again. Thank you.